we consider that the judge was right in the conclusions that she reached. There are a number of reasons for our conclusion. First, this was not a spur-of-the-moment plan. It was one that had been carefully and deliberately thought out. Second, the risks of pouring petrol inside a building and setting it afire with the children upstairs must have been obvious. We simply cannot accept that that was not obvious to Mairead Philpott. Thirdly, she actually participated in the setting of the fire as petrol was found on her clothes. Next, it is clear that her conduct after her arrest was one where she continued to maintain the lie that others were responsible. It may be said that she was then under the continuing domination of Michael Philpott. But it is to be recalled that there was some time before the trial that she was housed, completely different custody arrangements, that she had her own team of lawyers and as experienced and eloquent a counsel as Mr. Smith. It is extremely difficult to understand how, during that period of time and during the lengthy trial, she did not, unless she was a willing participant in the plan, admit the truth, expose the lie, and own up to having abused her responsibilities. It seems to us that those primary reasons confirm the judge's view that she was capable of standing up, she could make a choice, and therefore that she has a responsibility that was not overborne by the will of Michael Philpott. We've also considered the comparison with Paul Mosley, who received the same sentence. But in our judgment, there was no comparison. Although he might be described as someone who had come from the outside to interfere, that comparison is to ignore a mother's responsibility for her children. We therefore have come to the view that this sentence cannot be criticised. The judge was careful in reaching the conclusion she did. She gave very cogent and clear reasons for it. She assessed against her primary findings of fact the blameworthiness of Mairead Philpott and arrived at a sentence that reflected that very severe degree of blameworthiness, together with the immeasurable harm she had caused by the killing of her 6 children, for whom, like any other mother, she had an absolute responsibility. We consider, therefore, that although, because of the unique nature of this case, Mr. Smith acted very properly in bringing the appeal to this court, and therefore we should grant leave. We have, after an examination of the circumstances and a careful consideration of the judge's remarks, come to the conclusion without any hesitation that this appeal must be dismissed.